Thanks, Seema Mamina. We talked earlier about our new segment we called Ship Code.
In life, there are certain rules. Some rules are written down. We call them laws.
But there are other rules, unwritten rules, that everyone simply understands or learns very early on.
Guys have a certain guy code that they live by, and women have a certain girl code that they live by.
Here on Boxer, as with most warships, there's a certain ship code. And for those unfamiliar with it, consider this a tutorial.
We'll start off with a subject that's very emotional to everyone, birthing.
Oh my God, you know once I get started on birthing, it's gonna be over.
Oh,
It's over. I don't even know what to say, it's over. Don't eat a steak dinner in your rack. Don't quite understand why you feel the necessity to eat pork chops, ribs, and Cheetos all in your rack. I did actually catch someone drinking pink Kool-Aid in their rack one day. I thought that was actually pretty talented type of feat, but I don't think you should be doing it. It's kind of disgusting and it stinks to holy high heaven. So that's a big issue.
Some of the rules: no eating, no sleeping in the lounge, no walking around naked or in your underwear where you're exposed.
What else? Oh, walking around naked. I don't want to see it. I think it's not polite. It's kind of rude. You might think you have a great body, but guess what? Put some clothes on so I don't have to see that first thing in the morning. Plus, it's actually in the regs of the ship.
you should be courteous and quiet. You know, that would be very nice and respectful. And you should definitely not pee on the toilet bowl seat.
Dudes, everybody smells in their own way. Febreze, cover that up. It works wonders. And spray your rack. Smells good. Another do, coat hangers. Have to have coat hangers for your towel. Don't hang it on a pipe. That's nasty. Because I know y'all don't hide dust. Everybody's got to smell good. Put on deodorant. Please put on deodorant. You're doing all of us a favor, not just yourself.
No, I'm not even gonna say laundry bags. I'm gonna say, if you knock something down, pick it up. I've seen somebody walk past a laundry bag and just knock it over and just look down and just keep walking. Or you end up walking, I end up walking, and it's dark sometimes in the berthing, so I'm walking and I'm wondering what I'm stepping on, and it's somebody's stuff. So somebody knocked somebody's stuff down and didn't pick it up.
Do not eat in the berthing. Do not eat MREs in the berthing. People think that that's not food. It totally is. Don't dip in berthing. Don't smoke in berthing.
And answer the phone when it rings in the berthing lounge, please. Do everyone a favor, because that pisses us off. And I own the phones. And I hate that. Shipmates gotta answer the phone. AOs. You have to cut that one out, because I know they're gonna be pissed.
For the birthing, I would tell him that he's got to earn his due into the birthing, and you can't come in there acting like you've lived there for a few years. You know, phone rings in the lounge, you should expect to get up and get that phone. You know, I've been answering the phone for 3 years now. Other people, you know, and just be courteous of others, and you know, ease your way in, and after a while, you can call it your home. I mean, it's your home, but, you know, you can have some respect within the berthing.
Visitors, no biggie. If they're there, I'm gonna tell you, I don't even really look for the person. I'm gonna be honest. I probably would go, I do sometimes. So I'll open the door and I'm like, it's such and such in here. No one says anything, then I'm like, hey, they're not in here. And it's only because, I mean, I don't feel like looking for them. They should have known to be out here waiting for you, or they should have known, I'm sorry, I'm not looking for them. It's not my fault. You should have called. Why did you come? I don't understand.
Nudity. What else? If you have PT'd for more than 3 or 4 days and you haven't washed your PT gear, you might want to wash it, because I should not smell it upon entering the berthing. It's about to walk up and walk away from the berthing because for some reason you didn't decide you should do laundry that day. So those are some of the ones that kind of are pet peeves to me. I'm sure I could come up with more because I've seen it all. You don't want to know.
Big no-nos. Big no. I don't want to talk about the big no-nos.
Okay, some of the small no-nos.
Okay, wait. Okay, I'm gonna give you a big no-no. Big no-no is I want to take a shower at my favorite shower because I have 2 showers that I go to. One of my favorite showers that I would rather go to has underwear hanging from it. No one's in the shower. Whose underwear is, I don't know. But I'm not getting in the shower because I don't know whose underwear it is and I'm not going to touch the underwear. That's a big no-no. Don't leave your underwear.
The working night crew, you're gonna have a poor sleep, especially if you live in the aisles on the starboard side of the ship. It's located near our mirror, and everybody after their workout likes to turn that light on and stare at their half-naked bodies. Especially QM3 Clet can spend an hour and a half looking into the mirror at himself.
I don't hang out in the lounge.
Don't.
0 amounts of me hanging out in the lounge. Way too many people. All of them are playing on their nerdy video games. And nobody... Nope. Hang out in the shop. Watch TV up there. Lounge ain't my style.
Second, crazy shipmates be walking around without shower shoes. That's disgusting. What's up with that? Not flushing the toilet. If it's yellow, let it mellow. No, that's horrible. You can't do that. Don't put your stuff on other people's racks. And don't put your feet on other people's racks if you're on the top rack. That's just horrible. You can't do that. That's nasty.
Well, that was a good kickoff and a nice little taste of what's to come. I want to see what other people have to say about ship code and this week's topic, berthing.
Me too. Here's more.
Bottom rack is an easy deal for me. I had top rack last deployment, and I'd prefer the bottom rack. You know, you're not gonna fall out of that one.
The best rack to have is a mirror rack. That's what I have. People still step on it, and I get so mad when I come to my rack and I see a footprint. I want to kill somebody.
In my personal opinion, the bottom rack is the best rack to have because the middle rack, you're gonna have people on the bottom, the top rack, put their things on there, and then the middle rack is of course like the most convenient one. But I feel like when people are walking by, you know, they can, you know, brush into your curtains or open your stuff up, and I feel like the most privacy is in the bottom rack because the top rack, your head's level to it, you know.
Great lessons there. Up next, we take another look at the berthing commandments with more ship code.
Okay, in the berthing, alarms. Regardless of how loud it is, you want to be able to get up when your alarm gets up, not just hit the snooze all the time and wake other people up around you. If I can hear your alarm, then you should be able to hear the alarm. Some people actually completely slip through the alarm. They completely slip through it, and you have to wake up and go wake them up. Say, your alarm's going off, shut it off.
Alarm clocks, I haven't experienced any problems with alarm clocks or other people's alarms, but you know, every once in a while you get somebody who will wake up early and forget to reset their alarm or turn it off, or will lock their phone inside of their rack and the alarm will, you know, be going off and you can't get into turn the guy's phone off or the alarm off.
Wake up, hit dismiss or snooze it. Not that hard. Don't let it. Do not wake up. Take a piss, brush your teeth, and be like, oh, I woke up 2 minutes before my alarm. My phone will be fine by itself, and then it goes off for the next 20 minutes, and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. Shut that off, you know? It's not that hard.
Alarms? I didn't even think of that. I know mine is one that goes off and I'll accidentally leave it. But, so you have this one person's alarm who's just going off. And maybe they went to the head or something because I don't know why they haven't stopped it yet. Where are they? I'm like, okay. I just want to walk over there and just turn it off myself, but that's invading privacy. I will let them have it. But Yeah, alarms get on your nerves sometimes. It's like you press snooze enough. Get up. Get up now.
I hate when people hit snooze and go shave and brush your teeth and shower and leave that on for me to hear and wake up. I wish I could smash everyone's phones. Fireman Pereira, yeah, he knows. He's a crazy shipmate.
If you know you're not waking up at 7 and you really actually aiming towards the 8 o'clock hour, you might want to set your alarm at 7:50. Don't let it ring about 4 or 5 times between 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock in the hopes that you'll actually wake up by 8 o'clock. Because you might get punched in the I'm kidding, don't say that, don't say that. So you might want to just set the time to where you actually want to get up at.
Welcome back. We learned a lot today, didn't we, MC3?
We sure did. We learned that naked time in the berthing has a very finite window.
Put some clothes on so I don't have to see that first thing in the morning.
We learned that just because you hit snooze, everybody else still wants you to wake up.
I hate when people hit snooze and go shave and brush your teeth and shower and leave that on for me to hear and wake up. I wish I could smash everyone's phones.
And we also learned that the best rack to have is still an item for debate.
I'd prefer the bottom rack. You know, you're not going to fall out of that one.
The best rack to have is a mirror rack.
And that in order to be a good shipmate, be there when your guests come by because nobody else cares.
If they're there, I'm gonna tell you, I don't even really look for the person. I'm gonna be honest.
We hope you enjoyed the show and this installment of Ship Code.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Boxer Brief. I'm Seaman Veronica Mamina.
And I'm Petty Officer Joey Bishop.
This episode, we'll have MC2 O'Connor with Man on the Street, MC2 Jeffries has the latest sports, and we continue our new feature we introduced you to last episode.
It's called Ship Code, and it's a look at some of the unwritten rules sailors and Marines live by. We talked about berthing last time.
And it was a subject so full of insights and opinions, we couldn't fit it into one show. So here's more.
Don't have 15 pairs of shoes hanging out everywhere. It's horrible.
The instruction says you're supposed to only have one out. The only problem I have with shoes is when you leave them on the floor for me to trip over when I'm going through in the middle of the night. So it is a safety hazard. Make sure you put it away. I do understand that, especially as ladies, we might have, running shoes, casual shoes, boots, flip-flops, wet shoes, we got wet shoes, dry shoes, house shoes. I've seen it all, trust me. And usually we try to fit all in that little cubby hole because we are the only berthing on the ship that has cubbies for our shoes. But don't get jealous. But just don't let it be a trip hazard. Don't let me die trying to walk through berthing at night because I usually have to pee at 1 in the morning. I'm usually dying because someone decided to leave their big fat stinking Ugg boot in the middle of the aisle and I usually trip and die. So put those away.
I don't know why it's a problem to have so many shoes. I mean, I got my boots, got my workout shoes, and I got my casual shoes. I mean, that should be all right, Everybody's allowed to have that. But they're like, oh, you get half a shoe and 1 boot, and that is it. That's all I got. It's unfair. It's just not fair.
Shoes, trip hazard. In my aisle, you do not leave your shoes on deck. Especially when it's dark, when nobody can see it. People trip over, people can hurt themselves. So for me, before I get in my rack, I pick my shoes up, bend over, grab it, put it up, and then get in my rack. And that's what I tell all my guys in my rack. You put your shoes up. If you don't put it up, I'm gonna wake you up. You're gonna get up and get your shoes. Or whatever else you have in the aisle, that's gonna be a trip hazard.
Shoot, I'm not going to touch on this subject.
We'll have more Ship Code later, but right now, up next, another installment of Ship Code.
When toilet paper is out, sometimes we'll have toilet paper, but it won't be inside the stall, so you kind of have to scrounge for yourself.
Toilet paper, oh my God.
I think people steal it. I was watching someone make a comment about this. If you don't get toilet paper or you don't have your BPOs put toilet paper out the night before on Sunday, usually for females, because we have to use it for both evolutions, that is gone about 10 o'clock in the morning. In most cases, people will just sit there and scavenger and cry.
We could definitely use some more toilet paper. Sundays, it's gone by at least 08. Right after brunch, 10 o'clock, it's all gone. There ain't none left for anybody.
How does that make you feel?
Feels like I would wish I had something to wipe my ass with.
Toilet paper. See, when I was a BPO, I was really nice. You put out the rolls in the morning, and then you put out rolls about dinner time, because you know people are going to use it later on the day. And it sucks having to go in there without no rolls. That's why you're smart like me and get your own rolls, but not everybody's smart like me.
You guys ever run out of toilet paper?
Yes, but we quickly get it back. We really run out of soap, hand wash soap. That pisses you off. That could piss you off. Like, it's something little, but I want to wash my hands after I'm done, whatever, but I have no soap. Where's the soap? Like, birthing cleaners are lacking on that sometimes.
Birthing cleaners, when you've been on board as long as I have, you know, you get used to it, and it's actually, you know, not the worst thing. Depending on the birthing petty officer in charge, it's not going to be so bad. But also, if a BPO is really paranoid about failing that birthing inspection, you're not going to be in for a good cleaners. But it's a pretty simple job, I feel like, for ops birthing to keep the birthing clean, since we have less personnel than most, and it's not as big of a space as others. It's not too difficult of a place to get clean within 3 hours.
Oh, God. Everyone lives there. Everyone needs to clean. I don't think there's anyone that is better than anyone else that should decide that they should not clean. I think if you live there, you should have a certain pride in what you do, so you should be willing to go down and at least sweep or do something, regardless of what your position is on the ship. I know the chiefs in my berthing, the females, we clean our own spaces a lot, and we make sure it's taken care of. So berthing clean is a good idea. Should just get it done. Shouldn't be about pulling teeth to get you down there. You know you have berthing cleaners, just get it taken care of. It really isn't that hard of a deal.
Birthing cleaners. It sucks, but everybody's got to do it, just like cranking. You got to do it.
Don't make me go there. Do not make me go there. Birthing cleaners. It's bad sometimes. It's getting better, but it's bad. I don't even want to talk about the things that we find in birthing, during birthing cleaners. No, I won't go there.
Welcome back.
Thanks, MC2. You know, the ship code thing's really taken off.
Yeah, I mean, I really identified with a lot of what some of the folks were saying, like the alarm clock piece from last week.
Yeah, I always have trouble trying to get ready in the morning, usually getting up early to avoid the rush.
Funny you should say that, because this last clip is about that very thing, getting ready.
Really? Let's watch.
Big no-nos in berthing. First of all, if you take too long to get ready in the aisle, move out of the aisle so other people can get in.
All right, it should go like this. You wake up. If you're the first one, you have the right to get ready right in the middle of the aisle. You have the right. You are up before everybody else. And then you got people that are like, hey bro, can you get out of the way? I'm trying to get ready. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I was up 15 minutes ago getting ready when nobody was here. So you just stay in your rack until I'm done. And if you got a problem with that, come at me, bro.
Well, usually I don't have that problem of getting everybody with me. I'm usually the first one up. I get dressed up, be out of these guys' way before they get up. So it's pretty, yeah. Because when you want to push it to the 30 minutes before the time you're supposed to be there, you're gonna have congestion. Everybody's gonna get up, you're trying to get dressed up and stuff. I hate that. I want my room when I get up. So I get up early, get dressed up, and roll out.
Oh Lord, it was when I was working days. Now that I work nights, no one's in the aisle. But when I work days, it started off horrible. It's like I'm trying to reach here, you're in my way, and then you're in somebody else's way, and then somebody else is waking up. So it's like, and ours is real small. It's real small, so it's like, it's hectic. And you know, you don't have morning people. I'm not a bad morning person, but it gets hectic. You gotta learn how to maneuver together, or know what this person's step is gonna be, or know when this person is gonna get up so that you get up earlier. It's hectic.
Getting changed and getting dressed and getting out of your rack and all that. If you're in the front of the front aisles, it's kind of a pain because you're getting out, and then a person that lives in the back aisle will come into the aisle and automatically, you know, just try to rush through or be like, excuse me, and try to squeeze by you or make you get up if you're on the bottom rack like myself. You know, it's kind of difficult when you're just like, just let me do my thing for 1 minute and then I can let you by in a second. You know, you don't really need to be rushing to get to the back of your rack. You can be courteous and let somebody else, you know, take care of their business first.
Well, once again, we've learned a lot from Ship Code. We learned that the berthing is no place for a collection of your Jordans.
But they're like, oh, you get half a shoe and 1 boot, and that is it.
We learned that there's a sort of Zen balance that must be mastered when it comes to toilet paper.
You put out the rolls in the morning, and then you put out rolls about dinner time, because you know people are going to use it later on the day.
And we also learned that berthing cleaners is not for the weak.
I don't even want to talk about the things that we find in berthing, during berthing cleaners.
And that getting up early may be a way to beat the rush when it comes to getting ready.
I hate that. I want my room when I get up. So I get up early, get dressed up, and roll out.
But not without complaints sometimes.
And then you got people that are like, hey bro, can you get out of the way? I'm trying to get ready. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I was up 15 minutes ago getting ready when nobody was here. So you just stay in your rack until I'm done.
We hope you enjoyed the show.
You guys edit all this out, right? All right.
I thought it was going to be something completely different.
All right, what do you want to know?
Oh, am I on now?
Yeah, I'm still.
I just don't want to put them out on blast too much, because we're not that bad. We're actually good.